The second announcement we want to make is that we have not, me, Peter, Alexander, have not forgotten about Australia at all and what's going on there with the terrible, devastating fires. I also speak on my end. I'm not an expert on these things. I can't really communicate, these things via a video. We're more politics and geopolitics. And while what's happening in Australia is huge news, if not the biggest news story, and it's terrible news.
But it's picture driven.
It's picture driven. It's hard for us to speak on these types of stories, which are not geopolitics or political. I don't think we could add that much context to a story like this, but we all sat down together and we thought, how can we help? How can we get involved? And so listen up, everybody. We have our ebooks that we have on the Duran shop. Every time someone purchases our ebooks, we're going to donate 100% of those purchases to the NSW Rural Fire Services. Peter, Alexander, do you have anything to tell our viewers about what we're doing here so that we can help the people in Australia fight the fires with every purchase that you get? I'll put a link, by the way, of that of the Duran shop where you can buy those ebooks, as well as a direct link if you just want to donate directly to the fire services as well. So Peter, Alexander.
Yeah, what I would just say is this. I mean, I would endorse what Alex said. I mean, I'm not really the person to discuss or comment about this. I am not somebody who is really in a position to say anything about climate change, which is not said by other people. I'm not a scientist. I don't know what the causes of these fires are. This is a huge story. I mean, anybody who's been following the pictures, seeing the film, can see what a huge story it is. And all I will say is this. I mean, this is our way of, if you like, covering this story, which we are not able to comment about. And I would say, I would comment about our books, our two books, our two latest ebooks. And we've got actually 4 ebooks out there, one on Russiagate, one on Brexit. The Brexit one is before the actual recent election, but it's still pretty topical. It's got a lot of, up-to-date information about it. And the latest books, which are quite new, are on Ukrainegate and on Epstein. And I'm going to say this frankly, I think they're the best books around on either subject, especially, dare I say it, on the Epstein case story, which has been very, very poorly covered, in my opinion. And it goes into great deal of detail.
Well, that's on purpose.
But that's exactly the point. The point we've been making, Peter, is this huge amount of publicity for Ukrainegate, which is actually about nothing. There's no crime. There's no misconduct.
And as I like to say, Russiagate, in Russiagate, there's not much Russia.
No, exactly. And no witnesses, in fact, in Ukrainegate. That's a bizarre thing about this. Huge amount of publicity about that. Virtually none on Epstein and his crimes, even though they are verified crimes and there are verified victims. But the key point is all 100% of the proceeds from those sales goes to the firefighters, and the fund for the firefighters. And it was pointed out to me, by the way, yesterday, something I didn't know, that most of them are volunteers. Yeah. So they're doing this incredibly dangerous work. I know how dangerous it can be because, believe it or not, about 10 years ago, more than that, 20 years ago, actually, I had some dealings with people who were working in the fire service in Britain. So I was involved in some kind of consultancy work with them. So I know how dangerous that kind of work is. And it's our way of showing support for them. I don't know if Peter, you want to say?
Just exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, talk is cheap, and there are people in need here. And Alex Christopher has come up with this really great idea to make a difference. And please give it a thought, follow through on it, and show those people in Australia that the world is watching and we actually do care. I mean, I spent many, many years in Southern California, and I know what these fires can do, okay? And it scars people forever, forever. And it's very, very painful. And if you want to do it because of global warming, great. If you want to do it just to help the firefighters, great. Whatever your reason is, go ahead and do it. It's a good cause.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the live stream. There's news that there's 200 arsonists that are being investigated or arrested. I don't know. Once again,
God,
other people.
But think of the animals too. I mean, some of the
half. I'm not sure. People can correct me. The live stream, I heard Peter, half a half a million or half a
A million.
billion animals
Yeah.
died. Yes, Macy, the link is in the description box for the Duran shop. There's also a link to donate directly to the fire services, the NSW fire services, as well as a link to the eBooks as well. So just look down in the description, and maybe after we do the live stream, I'll also probably pin a comment to the top as well for that link. 500 million animals dead.
Half a billion. Sorry. Wow.
Wow. Okay. So,
Jeez.
you know, I'm sure there's a lot of YouTubers that are doing a great job covering this. So,
Yes.
I mean, you know, if you have links to those YouTubers, send them our way. I'd also like to keep on top of what's going on there. But let's get rolling then, guys. So please help out. And let's get to the main topic.